Hello, it's April from April's Home, and today I thought I would share with you my very easy recipe for penne pasta casserole. Tonight I am feeding a crowd, so I am tripling my penne pasta casserole recipe because it is very easy to make and serve to a crowd. So what I do is I'll start with this, which is just a pound of hamburger for every jar of pasta sauce. So first I brown a pound of hamburger with a little bit of dried minced onion, and when it's all cooked I drain it, and then I add a jar of marinara sauce or meat sauce, basically just any of your favorite spaghetti sauce. In this case I browned 3 pounds of hamburger and added 3 cans of or 3 jars of marinara sauce. And I'm also using penne pasta. Normally I would just use a pound of penne pasta, but in this case I'm making 3 boxes. This is what I use, just the Barilla brand penne. I find that it just works really well every single time. So I cook this up and then I get it drained. In fact, I actually have to cook another batch, so I'll have 3 total. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then I'll show you how I mix it all up and get it cooking. I just thought I'd let you know that this is the type of chopped dried onion that I use in my hamburger for just about any recipe. It just really gives it a lot of extra flavor, and it's extremely easy to just add, you know, a tablespoon of this or a little bit less if you don't like it that much. But you know, I just shake a good amount in, and pretty much anytime I'm making anything with hamburger, and definitely in the case of making this casserole. I also thought I would share a tip with you for when you are boiling pasta so that it doesn't boil over. Put a wooden spoon, just a nice long wooden spoon, over the top of the pan, and if it gets, you know, close to boiling over, this usually stops it with just enough time for me to get out and turn the water down or stir it down. But yeah, this is just a tip I learned a long time ago, and ever since I've been doing that, my pans don't boil over. So I don't know, I think there might be some science behind that. I'm not sure if it's like surface tension or something, but and I'm not sure it'll work every time, but it has worked for me. So I just thought I would share that tip for when you're boiling pasta water. Here is an example of the spoon doing its job here. You can see it's really boiling away here. I've kind of let it go to a much stronger boil than I normally would, but you can see in many normal situations this would boil over, and the spoon is sort of preventing that from occurring. When the pasta is all done cooking and drained, then you can mix it with the hamburger and marinara mixture. In this case, because I'm tripling my recipe, I'm doing it in this extremely large pasta casserole aluminum pan that I found at the store, but normally I would just make this in a normal casserole dish. And so you mix this all together, and then you add the cheese, and I'll show you what cheese I use. In this case I am using a basic pre-shredded cheese, a Mexican 4 cheese blend. I've used cheddar jack before. I've used a combination of shredded mozzarella and shredded cheddar. So basically any basic cheese mixture you have in the realm of cheddar or cheddar jack or a little mozzarella will do the trick, and it always turns out delicious no matter what cheese I've used. But this one I tend to prefer. It's a nice mild cheese. It's not too sharp of a cheddar, and it's just got a lot of, you know, good other little cheeses in there to balance out the flavor, and I really like this one. So I will add at least to a normal recipe where it's just 1 pack of pasta and 1 pound of hamburger, I'd probably add about a cup to the inside of this and then top it with a little bit more. And in the case of this recipe, I will probably add about 3 cups, or, you know, like 3 big handfuls, and mix that in and see how it looks. And really just, you know, you don't want to add too much cheese, just enough to kind of bind the casserole together, and then just top it with the smallest amount. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's my casserole all mixed together. Again, that was 1 pound of hamburger browned and cooked through and drained, mixed with a jar of marinara sauce, then mixed with a cooked 1 pound box of penne pasta, and mixed with about a cup of cheese. And in this case, this is a giant casserole, 3 times that, so 3 pounds of hamburger, 3 jars of marinara, and 3 boxes of penne noodles, and 3 cups of cheddar cheese, all mixed together in here. I have sprayed this pan, and now I'm going to go ahead and top that with some cheese. Here's my casserole all topped with cheese. You can see that I just do a really thin layer, just more to kind of bind it together and for looks and things. I'm going to go ahead and cover this with foil and then put it in a 350-degree oven for about probably 20 minutes or so. Sometimes this casserole only takes about 15 minutes. You really just have to melt the cheese since everything is pre-cooked. But in this case, since it is such a large casserole, it is probably going to take 20 to 30 minutes to heat all the way through, melt all the cheese, and be ready to go. I will put foil over this for the first 25 minutes and then take it off for the last 5 minutes to kind of let the top brown a little tiny bit. Not too much though, because I really don't like overcooked cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and get this covered with foil, put it in the oven, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like when it's all done. And here's what it looks like when it's all done. And here is what my meal looks like, all served up. This is my penne pasta casserole, topped with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, some fresh French bread from the bakery, salad, and a little ranch dressing on the side. So that is our meal for tonight. I've just served up the crowd of boys here, and they're really enjoying it. So that is our meal, our penne pasta casserole meal. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe for more videos from April's Home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.